My beloved child, in this critical and urgent hour, the Almighty God Himself is straining every fiber of the celestial realm to connect with you directly. It's an absolute emergency, a divine siren resounding through the heavens, demanding your immediate and undivided attention. A monumental arrest is on the precipice of unfolding, a seismic event that will ripple through lives and shake foundations. And astonishingly, you are intricately involved, woven into its very fabric in ways that defy comprehension. Listen to me with the deepest intensity, for this encounter is far from coincidental or mundane. It is the precise moment ordained by eternity for your ears alone to receive this sacred transmission. God is weeping profusely, His tears cascading like rivers of compassion, because your name has been uttered and inscribed in clandestine dialogues you could never have fathomed, discussions shrouded in secrecy that now threaten to erupt into the open. A colossal occurrence is manifesting right this instant, and your existence is inextricably linked to it, bound in threads that, if ignored, would leave you utterly speechless and overwhelmed. Do not dare to shift your gaze or wander away. Anchor yourself here and remain with me steadfastly. From the throne room of heaven emanates a profound sound, a heartfelt cry that reverberates across the spiritual dimensions, pleading for the salvation of your soul, because the divine knows intimately the sinister plots being hatched in utter silence by those who lurk in the shadows. In realms beyond human sight, pivotal decisions are being forged, documents shuffled, alliances sealed, and there, emblazoned in bold, unyielding letters, stands your name as a central element. A major arrest looms, not merely a routine legal procedure, but a cataclysmic exposure of monumental proportions. And whether you presently grasp it or not, you are profoundly connected, an unwitting yet pivotal player in this unfolding drama. This is precisely why the cosmos conspired to deliver this exact message to you at this irreplaceable juncture in time. Do not scroll past, do not skip even a whisper of these words. This is crafted exclusively for you, my cherished one. You see, when the Creator weeps, it is never a sign of frailty or defeat. Rather, it stems from an ocean of love so vast and profound that He adamantly refuses to permit you to slip into the grasp of individuals who harbor malice toward your ascension and flourishing. His tears mirror those of a devoted father gazing upon his beloved child teetering on the brink of a ferocious tempest, vulnerable yet precious. And in this very hour, He dispatches the mighty Archangel Michael, the warrior of light, to encircle you with an impenetrable aura of divine radiance, safeguarding your reputation, fortifying your name against defamation, and preserving your destiny from being pilfered or perverted. Stay immersed with me, for we stand at the threshold where concealed truths are surging to the surface like long-submerged artifacts rising from the depths. This major arrest transcends conventional notions of law enforcement or authoritative intervention. It symbolizes the halting of falsehoods in their tracks, the immobilization of deceitful schemes, the capture of those who dared to treat your life as a mere chess piece in their manipulative game. The hands that endeavored to scribble fabricated narratives about you, tarnishing your integrity with ink of lies, are now being apprehended in their own web of deception. The mouths that murmured calumnies behind securely locked doors, spreading venom in hushed tones, are being divinely muted, their words rendered powerless. God weeps, yet simultaneously, He mobilizes with unparalleled might to ensure your name emerges unscathed, purified, and your trajectory realigned toward righteousness and triumph. I declare to you unequivocally, Your involvement in the saga is not destined for your ruin, but for your exaltation, your elevation to heights previously unimaginable. What appears on the surface as your name being dragged through turbulent chaos will, in divine alchemy, transmute into your complete vindication, a public affirmation of your innocence and worth. You are not the hapless victim in this narrative. You are the living embodiment of heaven's unyielding justice, the irrefutable evidence that when the celestial realms decree, no terrestrial conspiracy can inter or obliterate the chosen ones. Remain with me, for the very instrument intended to pulverize you will morph into the grand platform from which you ascend gloriously. God weeps to bridge the gap to you because he perceives how perilously close you are to disengaging, to bypassing this meticulously prepared missive tailored for your ears, your heart, your eternal spirit. Do not scroll. Do not stir from this spot. This transcends a mere notification. It is heaven's gentle yet insistent hand upon your shoulder, murmuring, "Heed me, my child. I am ever present with you." And now, absorb this with crystal clarity. By the culmination of this unfolding spectacle, truth will roar with a volume that drowns out every fabrication. The revelation will resound far beyond the confines of silence, and your name will be proclaimed not in disgrace or humiliation, but in resounding glory and honor. What was engineered to spiritually incarcerate you will, through divine intervention, become the master key to your liberation and freedom. God himself weeps because he cannot bear for you to overlook this pivotal instant of celestial reversal, where fortunes flip and injustices are righted. Stay with me until the very end, for upon reaching the final line of this proclamation, your heart will resonate with profound certainty. You were destined to hear this, to emerge victorious through it, and to bear witness that the divine still sheds tears for his offspring and battles relentlessly for the sanctity of their names. Listen with rapt attention. This is no occasion to divert or dismiss. You must persevere with me until the conclusion, because the revelations I am poised to unveil are reserved solely for heavenly disclosure to you. God weeps to penetrate your awareness as the earth trembles under the weight of deliberations encompassing your name. Though invisible to you, clandestine conferences are transpiring in chambers you've never entered, documents circulating with urgency, agreements fracturing, and your name reverberating with increasing intensity, echoing through corridors of influence. Stay rooted. Do not budge, for this verity will ignite your spirit like a blazing inferno. A major arrest defies mere sensational headlines. It constitutes a profound pivot, a watershed in your journey. It is heaven proclaiming, "I have witnessed sufficient iniquity." It is the Almighty intervening dramatically in the theater of human affairs, declaring, "No further falsehoods shall cloak my child." Do you comprehend the depth of this? Your entanglement arises not from culpability, but because your personal saga is slated to demonstrate God's omnipotence before the very skeptics who undermined you. Those who envisioned your erasure will behold your name radiating with unprecedented brilliance. This is why God weeps for you. He feels the burdensome load you've shouldered in silence and recognizes your proximity to monumental breakthrough. Stay with me. Do not scroll or avert your eyes, for in this precise moment, heaven draws back the draperies of obscurity. Archangel Michael is far from idle. He positions himself resolutely at your flank, brandishing a sword of flame with righteous fire, severing the cords that adversaries attempted to bind around your future. You were never intended for entrapment. Your purpose is ascension. You were never meant for muteness. Your voice is ordained to resound. This is the juncture where your declarations will not only be audible, but will reverberate through the halls of those who belittled you. God weeps, but these are not tears of vanquishment. They're sanctified droplets cleansing your pathway, purifying your reputation, consecrating your every stride. When heaven weeps, the ground quakes in response. When heaven weeps, concealed realities burst forth. And when heaven weeps on your behalf, no force in existence can thwart the fulfillment of your destiny. This constitutes an emergency not because collapse impends, but because you are on the verge of soaring to elevations so exalted that your would-be oppressors will scarcely recognize the formidable strength emanating from you. Hear me plainly. The arrest targets not you, but the obscurity that sought to imprison your luminescence. It heralds not your demise, but your emancipation. Upon its occurrence, retrospection will evoke gratitude. This was the instant God wept for me and inverted every circumstance to my advantage. Stay until the end. Do not bypass this sacred interval, for your presence here is no accident. Heaven engineered it. You are here because the celestial realms desired you to encounter this specific declaration at this irreplaceable now, with your own vision and innermost being. Wait, linger precisely here with me, for this is the utterance destined for your absorption today. Heaven economizes no words, and this communique affirms your selected status. God weeps to access you, and these tears blend sorrow with urgency, profound affection, and unyielding guardianship. Your role in the grand design surpasses your current perception. Thus, this moment is sculpted for your receptive heart and awakened spirit. Do not stir, do not scroll. Persevere until the finale. The arrest heaven foretells defies the commonplace. It embodies a spiritual metamorphosis, a shattering of fetters, a dismantling of entrenched systems that have veiled truth for epochs. Your name graces the discourse, not due to fault, but because you are the instrument of impending exoneration. Do you perceive? Your life has endured covert scrutiny, murmurs, verdicts rendered sans your awareness. But God decrees cessation. Heaven's lament insists your burial beneath mendacity is untenable, your silencing impermissible. As these words flow, shackles disintegrate. Cling to them, for Archangel Michael towers with wings expansively unfurled, his justice sword unsheathed, incising the gloom that endeavored to eclipse your identity. You have been observed, undervalued, yet divinely elected. Heavenly election nullifies mortal revocation. This message located you inescapably because you were fated to behold it. God's tears nourish your destiny's seeds. Attempted interments yield blossoming. The arrest imprisons manipulators, exposes covert antagonists. You shall not plummet but ascend, not fade but endure eternally. Do not divert. Heaven implores, stay, heed, trust. Your role lies in redemption, not ruin. You embody testimony that God champions his progeny amid accusatory worlds. Stay with me until the end, for forthcoming insights will illuminate this message's timely arrival. Remain, do not depart. Your audition is intentional. God weeps, his timbre quivering herein, tears manifesting fierce devotion, repelling falsehood's engulfment. Unbeknownst, your name neared invocation in potent enclaves, sealed assemblies, absentee adjudications. Yet you are privy to heaven's narrative. Stay until the end. A major arrest will convulse terrain. Heaven links your name thereto, for splendor, not ignominy. Descending grasps restrain, distorting vocals hush. God weeps over prolonged misapprehension, heralding revelation's era. Your existence stages truth's supremacy over deceit. Do not scroll, abide. Michael activates unseen. Sword severs destiny bonds. Wings shield name from obliteration. Arrest captures obscurity, venality, perpetual diminishment plotters. This pivots you. Heaven weeps to preempt shift recognition. Ensuing elevates cranium. Victim no. Revelation yes. Proof heaven safeguards elect. Exposure leaves you erect. Assaults arrest. Slanders expunge. Harms topple. This lifeline, God's cardiac cry. Tears signify, abide, confide, credence. Unfolding surpasses imagination, yet centers you. Stay until end. Heaven persists, vocalizing. Await, immobilize not, scroll not. God's outreach unprecedented. Tears urgent, potent, world silenceable sands today's audition. Divine juncture midst, heaven nominates you. Stay until end. Major arrest manifests. Heaven connects you witness justice, non-captive. Name judgment venues born, terminates vindication. Chosen audition prevents chaos misperception, cleansing, non-turmoil. God enters falsity-signed chambers, whispering enclaves, sufficient, offspring lie unburied. Michael weeps, celestial echoing, soul divine, chains, charges, plots futile, wings fiery envelop, sword deception webs pierces. Arrest luminates, separation from narrative attaching gloom. Heed, trouble transmutes testimony, quaking stabilizes. Collapse unintended, truth wings elevate. Moment, endure, offspring, observe impending. Immobilize not, skip not. Abide, heaven's spirit directs. Tears ablate falsities. Voice breaches portals, seraphim vigil. Non-terminus, reversal inception. Subsequent clarifies heavenly combat for today's contact. Stay until end, here abide. Moment flee not. Audition non-accidental. God weeps. Voice worldly noise pierces spirit touch. Scroll not, stir not. Ensuing explicates heaviness shifts. Major arrest heavenly omen exposures. Presently, name utilizer power stripped, lie weapon bearers halted. Name midst whispered God. Offspring darkness unburdened. Ascend. Stay until end, precisely yours. Heed, tears non-frailty, supreme affection. Chosen breakthrough, proximate tears descend. Adversary intrudes, heaven retains. Tears destiny irrigate, burials revive. Christ safeguards, exonerates. Michael adjunct, wings expansive shield assaults, sword blazing trap fells. Heaven proclaims, non-destroyed delivered. Shame arrest absent, foes lie incarcerated. Moment arrives. Cosmos beholds tears chain shatter, narratives reauthor. Immobilize not, scroll not. Lifeline yours. Heaven weeps, massive favor turns. Bad conversations front reveal. Revelation, God flank never. Stay until end. Ensuing ocular opens timely rationale. Abide, scroll not. Avert not, heaven life pours. God weeps every. And as the final echoes of this divine emergency fade into the crescendo of truth's triumph, envision the major arrest unfolding not as your entrapment, but as the glorious unmasking of every shadow that dared to touch your light. God's tears have paved the way. Archangel Michael's sword has cleared the path, and your name emerges not scarred but sanctified, a beacon of vindication that silences doubters forever. My beloved child, rise now into the fullness of your redeemed destiny, where no lie can bind you, no plan can harm you, and every step forward is bathed in heavenly glory. This was your emergency deliverance. Embrace it, live it, and let your life become the eternal testimony that when God weeps and fights for his child, Victory is not just possible, it is assured. If these urgent heavenly cries have ignited your faith, unveiled the divine protection surrounding you, and filled you with unshakable hope amid the storm of exposure and justice, then share this message with those standing on the edge of their own breakthroughs, reminding them that God's tears are the ultimate sign of love and intervention. Comment below with the burdens lifted, the signs confirmed, or the peace that has flooded your soul, so we can celebrate together in this community of the chosen. Subscribe now, my dearly loved one, for more emergency revelations, protective prophecies, and a continuous outpouring of heaven's plans to elevate and defend your extraordinary life. You are treasured beyond measure, a masterpiece in God's eyes. The universe fights for you with boundless affection, and so do I with every beat of my heart. Stay connected, stay victorious, and stay with me always.